over Washington, D.C., and he's planning on also taking over other major cities.
So, if you don't know, D.C.'s in a state of emergency, and they're trying to clean up the streets.
Thank God. Thank God.
I'm going to second that. It's about time that people that are committing crimes are going to jail. The fact that we live in a day and age where you don't go to jail for committing a crime blows my mind. Even yesterday, after I had posted something to TikTok, the first comment I saw for the Fint zombies that were like, "That's not what jail is for. What a dumb person. Shut the fuck up. No one cares. You're an idiot."
Finally.
Put these people in jail. I had a cousin that did this. My father was a drug addict, motherfucker. Don't sit here and try to lecture me. You know what the best thing that could have happened to him? Going to jail. Don't sit here and talk to me about what your cousin. I don't give a fuck. My father was a drug addict and a pill popper. He'd sit down and pop pills until he'd foam to the fucking mouth. Don't tell me what's good and what's not, motherfucker. You don't know shit.
Putting this shit under control. Oh, please. Thank you, Donald.
There's nothing worse than whenever you get somebody in your comments that has absolutely nothing to do with the conversation, and it's going to sit there and call the creator for it stupid, and then sit there and say, well, my family members, bitch, my shit affected my life. I didn't have a father growing up because of that. So shut the fuck up. Maybe if he had gotten in jail where he belonged, my mom would have been able to collect some child support payments. Maybe if he had gotten in jail where he belonged, whenever he was out popping pills and drinking, he might have been a different person. So don't sit here and try to lecture me on what's right and wrong in this fucking world when you don't even live in it. So shut the fuck up. How about that?
Holy shit.
President Trump will be holding a news conference addressing his crackdown on crime and...
At the age of 6 years old, I watched my mom beat the shit out of my dad. So don't sit here and lecture me about the real world. I've got plenty of it. Come and join me once in a while, why don't you?
DC and his plan to clean the place up.
That's right.
And make our Capitol beautiful again.
Madeline Rivera joins us live from the Capitol with the latest. Hey, Maddie.
Good morning. The White House says their efforts are in line with an executive order the president signed in March to make D.C. safer. He says in part on Truth Social, the homeless have to move out immediately.
Damn.
We'll give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol. The criminals, you don't have to move out. We're going to put you in jail.
The place to stay is called jail.
Jail. That's right. That's what the jail is for. It's this wonderful thing where you get 2 meals a day, you get a roof over your head, and you sit there and you don't come out, especially if you kill somebody.
Jail where you belong. It's all going to happen very fast, just like the border. President Trump has mobilized agents from several
jail where you
They need to go to every state and do this.
belong.
federal agencies.
I'm tired of being the one that does the good shit in the world, that busts their ass for 12 hours a day, who's a firefighter, and you've got all these fucking people that come up to you can't even go for a walk in the park without the fear of being fucking shot or fucking, who knows what else. There ain't no reason in this. They need to go door to door, just like what happened in that one country, and they need to get these gang members, they need to get these people off the streets. Absolutely. I'm tired of being the person that does everything that he's supposed to do in society and then still gets fucked over. So, and the reason for this is because whenever I was couch hopping through high school, somebody robbed my storage unit. I had a storage unit in high school. I had no vehicle, barely had a job, just got my apartment, was moving all my stuff in. They had robbed my storage unit. I had nothing when I moved into my apartment. No furniture, nothing. And I didn't have the money to get anything else. Put these fucking people in jail, throw away the key. They're just going to get out and do the same thing.
Days to fight violent crime. These include the ATF, DEA, and U.S. Park Police. The Washington Post reports the FBI is also reassigning more than 100 agents to overnight shifts to help local police in a decision
Gotta catch them all.
That's
All
right.
The National Guard could come later
Pokemon.
on today.
Yes.
DC's mayor says the city's crime rate is down 20%, though, compared to last year, and she's concerned that the Guard may not be used efficiently, but she acknowledges the president has the power to deploy them.
Yeah.
While it is always the president's prerogative to use federal law enforcement or the National Guard even, you know, I've talked on your show before that the D.C. National...
You realize this is only like 7 months into his election? If he keeps this up, he might actually make America great again.
Guard is the president's National Guard. Right. So that's always his...
Obvious race baiting. Nobody gives a shit, period.
What did she say?
Baghdad in Ethiopia. They see team, you know, Stephen Miller saying it's like Baghdad in Ethiopia. They seem to hold their harshest criticism sometimes for cities that are majority black and brown.
Bro, ain't nobody give a fuck about your color no more. Nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore about this. This whole, like, rage baiting. I mean, I think Asmon summarizes it pretty well. At the end of the day, if you're committing a fucking crime, you need to go to jail, bro. I don't care what color you are. You could be purple for all I care. It could be Grimace. I don't care. You need to go to jail, serve your time. I don't care if you're rich or poor either. You need to go to... If you sit there and you hurt somebody or you do something that's with malicious intent, you need to go to jail. I don't care what color you fucking are. Go to jail. Jail. Jesus. Why is this even a conversation? It's so infuriating and tiring.
Nobody gives a fuck about this. Nobody gives a fuck about this rhetoric anymore. Nobody cares about this obvious race baiting. Nobody gives a shit, period.
Thank you.
And also, by the way, wouldn't that be a good thing? If they're saying these cities need a bunch of help because they're overrun by these problems, and these are majority minority areas, wouldn't that be helping those people?
Exactly.
Shouldn't you be saying thank you?
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Do you really think that all of the normal law-abiding citizens want to see Rust?
See, that's how you can tell if somebody watching this has just general common sense. Like, if you just have general common sense, there is no negative to putting people who do wrong in jail. There isn't. Regardless of what color. I don't give a shit about some stupid-ass weird statistic. If you do a crime, go to jail. Oh, well, there's majority black people. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? If they did something wrong, I don't care what color they are. I want them to go to jail. Go to jail.
Around every 7-Eleven? No.
Do you see that, and what do you think that means?
Just being honest.
I think that I have been dealing kind of with this issue. Help with that. But
That's where the ice cream's supposed to be.
Here we go. Yeah, like, you don't go to jail for stealing, then the stores are going to close down, and then grandma who needs her insulin's going to have to drive an hour and 30 minutes just to get insulin. Like, there is nothing good with letting people steal.
The USSR? Yes. Where is it?
See,
I
look.
bet they still have pistachio ice cream.
They don't have anything. Everything's gone.
So that's it.
I guarantee you that store is close to being closed down.
What's happening? Nothing. Nothing's happening. That's the problem.
Particular.
Look at it.
Just over the weekend, D.C. police say a young man fired another group of young people with a stolen gun in a popular neighborhood.
Wow.
He was arrested, and there were no victims. Now, a juvenile curfew is in effect in the area where the shooting took place.
Yep.
The president says his announcement this morning, though, like you said, Brian, will not only be
the
about...
thing is, they're trying to put the kids in jail, too.
They should.
I see two.
If you commit a crime, I don't care what age you are either. If you find a gun and your intent is to go and shoot people, your ass needs to go to jail for life. Period. You are a harm to everyone around you. Go to jail.
Crime being committed by young punks who think that they can get together in gangs and crews and beat their...
As you have to keep in mind, gangs are using these kids. Gang members are using these kids because they know that they won't get very harsh sentences.
Lot of you or anyone else. They don't care where they are.
Yep.
They can be in DuPont Circle, but they know that we can't touch them. Why? Because the laws are weak. I can't touch you.
There needs to be laws in place that puts these people that are causing these problems, that are going around beating people up, that are minors. They need to go to jail. They need to face actual sin. Like, if you do something out of malice and the intent is no different than what an adult mindset would be, charge their ass like a damn adult and put them in jail, put them in prison, put them in the big boy prison.
If you're 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, and
keep them in juvie, and then when they get old enough, move them to the big boy prison.
You have a gun. I convict someone of shooting another person with an illegal gun on a public bus in the chest, intent to kill. I convict him, and you know what the judge gives him? Probation. Says you should go to college. We need to go after the D.C. Council and their absurd...
Think about the victim in that. Think about how much PTSD he's gonna have anytime he rides a fucking public transportation from that. Think about that. The man's probably terrified now. And then the fact that you're just gonna let him go like that, it's bullshit.
Laws. We need to get rid of this.
Our society is catering to these few people that are causing these big problems. We need to think of the society as a whole and put these little people that cause these big problems away from society where they belong.
Completely true, by the way. If you're 14, you shoot somebody, you need to just go to jail.
Thank you.
It's not, and at that point, it's not like about like whether it's like your parents or not. It's about everybody else that's around you, right? Because like if you're crashing out and shooting people with a gun at 14, you're obviously a danger to society.
Thank you.
You're a huge danger to society. So really, it's not even about you anymore. It's about everybody else. Like
exactly.
The world can't put up with that. Yeah.
Concept of...
No one should. No one should be forced to deal with that either. If you work all day and you pay your taxes and you do everything right, why should anyone cater to somebody that just wants to get a gun in their hand and shoot people? It's wrong.
You know, no cash bail.
Like,
we need to recognize that the people who
I
matter...
think put the parents in jail too, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe put both of them in jail.
...are the law-abiding citizens.
Yes.
And it starts today. But it's not going to end today. Because the president is going to do everything we need to do to make sure that these emboldened criminals understand.
Because they are. The reason why this keeps happening is because they face no repercussions. They're emboldened. They're not going to, like, that's why they keep doing it. He's absolutely right.
We're watching you, and we're going to change the law to catch you. And my final note is this. These kids understand that the jurisdiction is...
they can get... The kids know they can get away with it. We did the same thing whenever we were kids.
Yeah. Like, let's be honest here. That's really what it's always going to boil down to. That's all I really wanted to talk about on this one, so let's move on.